Welcome everyone to the video on roles, responsibilities and key performance indicators. Remember KPIs of customer service professional. So yes, we will talk about the roles and the responsibility, but more focus would be on KPIs, the key performance indicators for the professional who is into the service industry. Let us talk about the performance management types of it. So there are basically three types of performance measures. If you want to go around it, if you have to manage a performance, you have to first measure it, because anything that cannot be measured can never be managed. So yes, performance management is all about performance measure. First is the key result indicators or KRIs. Tell you what you have done in perspective. In a particular perspective, what was your response and how did you react? Performance indicators is tell what to do, as in what is expected and what should you be doing in an ideal standard operating condition. Last would be KPIs as in the key performance indicator. So yes, we have a key result indicator as you've done something and probably the outcome has come around. What is expected out of it is your performance indicators, and key performance indicator is the benchmark which you need to go around to tell you what to do to increase your performances dramatically, as the case might be. So what are KPIs? Simply defined, KPIs are measures that a sector or organization uses to define success and track progress in a meeting of its strategic goals. Key performance indicators are quantitative. Key performance indicators are qualitative measures used to review an organization progress against its goal. Remember, KPIs provide a measurement tool as on when on basis. How do we go across with it? So, what are KPIs? KPIs represent a set of measures focused on those aspects of an organizational performances that are extremely critical. In fact, these are vital for the success of the organization, be it current or future. Remember, KPIs are the reasons why an organization is into existence. So yes, KPIs measures the performance by showing a trends to demonstrate the improvement that has been made over a period of time. KPIs also measure performances by comparing result against the standard. Now you talk about benchmarking. Remember, where are you slotting yourself? If this is a benchmark, are you below the benchmark or are you above the benchmark, as the case might be? So type of KPIs. Allow me to give a discourse on KPIs and the types thereof. First and foremost is the process KPI. Measure the efficacy or efficiency of a productivity in a business process. How quick is your response time? Which it takes all about your processing. It's time to complete a customer order, the process time. Remember, how quick do you respond? Input KPIs or measuring the assets, the resources at your disposal. Let's say funds for training. Output KPIs, as in the financial and non-financial result that a business accrues over a period of time. Let me say financial might be profit, non-financial might be reputation. Leading KPIs measures activities that have a significant impact on the future performances. Example, high percentage of high performance, as the case might be. Leading KPIs, as in which activity, which vertical is giving you major chunk of the businesses. Lagging KPIs is just the opposite of leading KPIs. Measures the success or failure of an event. For example, the most financial KPIs, which is not which the indicators of the verticals that your business is actually pulling down. Outcome KPIs measures benefit of a performances as an outcome of a business activity. Example, employee satisfaction. Qualitative KPIs describes the measure like an opinion or a characteristics. Quantitative KPIs measures the result in numbers using an average ratios percentages. Example, revenue per employees, as the case might be. Alignment with strategic direction. Now, what are we looking into it? Remember, the alignment, the vision, and the objectives flows from the top to bottom. Remember, top to bottom. So, first and foremost, the vision will state what do you want to be doing it in future. So that is what has been mentioned. Then, built upon those vision is your strategies and how do you intend to accomplish it. Once you have got the vision, you got the strategy. Now, can we break the strategy into fragments, or should I say objectives? What must be completed to move forward? And then we are talking about critical success factors. What areas must we focus about to achieve our visions? KPIs, this is the function that we are looking into it. The key performance indicators is how an individual, how a professional is working around it. What are the metric indicators of success? And then comes the key action initiative. What action programs will enable us to achieve our performances as on when on basis? Type of indicators, KPIs can be according to what they are all about it. The generic generic, the specific, and so on and so forth. How do we go across? KPIs can be targeted to measure performance that are relevant to the service users, and or they can measure the aspect of the service that are relevant to a particular service user population as it is. Now let us start developing a KPI. Why should I say developing a KPIs? For every industry is different. For every company is unique. For every standard operating procedures for each company and processes are different than the others. There is nothing which can be same altogether. So a number of factors should be considered when you are developing or probably evaluating a KPS. Probably there are 6 factors. Let me recount it one at a time. First is defining the audience and what you are measuring. See, if you are in an R&D organization, research and development organization, it cannot be same with retail organizations or marketing organizations. So KPIs for R&D organization and KPIs for marketing personnel will be completely different. Remember, marketing is also a service industry. R&D is also a service industry or service-oriented industry about what needs to be done. Consult with stakeholders and advisory group. Choose an area to measure. Achieve a balance in measurement. So first, define the audience, use for measurement. Consult with the stakeholders. Choose the area to measure. Fourth is to achieve a balance in the measurement. Fifth is the development of the selection criteria. Last but not the least is that define the indicator. Now, under indicator, you need to understand the target population, define the targets to be achieved, threshold for actions, and the actions thereby. So this is my development criteria for each KPIs, which might be industry specific, company specific, or vertical specific too. So try to build up a selection criteria. 4 things that needs to be taken care of, and this is universal. Now, irrespective of the industry, irrespective of the company, irrespective of the location or the culture, this selection criteria needs to be there. These 4 things. First is feasibility. Is it possible to collect data, the required data, if I may say so? And if it is, what is the worth about it? Is it consuming more of our resources or less of our resources? Is it easily accessible? Feasibility of the data collection should be made first thing. Second is sensitivity. Remember, any incremental or should I say marginal changes, how does it impact the result thereby? Third is specificity. Does the KPI actually changes that occur in your services of what you measure, which you measures, and how it has been measured? The fourth one is relevance. What useful decision can be made from the KPIs? And this is a very important segment altogether. Next, 5 would be balance, tested, safe, duplication avoidance, and timeliness. What is balance? Do we have a set of KPIs that measure different aspects of the operation, different aspect of the service, different aspect of the production in the vertical that you're going around it? So you need to have a set of KPIs. So it should be complementary to each other, right? It might be add-on benefits so that it gives you a better understanding of what is working and what is not. Then is that KPIs relevant or has been practiced elsewhere in your industry, in your company, elsewhere in company, different location? Have a national, international been ever been considered? That is what is, has it been tested enough? Is it safe enough? With an undue focus on KPIs lead to the potential adverse effects on aspects of quality and safety. At no chances will you safety can be compromised. Remember, safety if compromised will lead to a lot of damages and losses altogether. There might be losses of property and life. So safety, utmost importance, can never be negotiated. Safety is of utmost importance. Avoid duplication. Have consideration that given other projects also as on when on basis. Then comes timeliness. Is the information available within the acceptable limits of the informed decision makers as on when on basis? Setting KPI targets, a performance target combines the selected indicators with the target level. Specifying the quantitative degree or amount of performances the program is expected to achieve by a specific date or given the planned structures and funding level. what have I said it to you? The quantitative degree, the amount of performances, and remember within a specific date, it should be able to give me a certain sense of semblance altogether in terms of funding, in terms of staffing, and so on and so forth. So you need to have a KPI targets for everything. Let me give you a target summary altogether. First, targets are those values that is to be determined in each KPI that the management wants to achieve within a certain time. Purpose to make the KPIs and the measurement much more quantifiable, much more measurable. Suitable techniques are benchmarking, forecasting, feasibility studies, and market research. Now, these are my suitable techniques. Again, I repeat, forecasting, benchmarking, feasibility studies, and market research. Expected outcomes as once the target is done. Remember what can be expected, the KPI targets and the target values and units thereby. So these are my target summary, and it will give me certain outcome for me to understand what is going right and what needs to be improved around here. The introduction, the purpose, suitable techniques, and this is when I'm trying to tell you about what KPI should be there in a customer focused industry. Once you have understood what needs to be done or what we are doing good, you have to take an action, because without an action, those all our previous work upon and on KPIs, building the indicators, building the selection criteria, probably taking the data, arriving it, making some sense around it. But if those sense or if that knowledge that you create, you do not take an action based upon it, everything goes waste. So unless an action is taken based on the result, the measurement process will become an end in itself and will not contribute to the quality improvement. There should be an agreement reached with the stakeholders for action in response to performance indicator result. There may be a series of incremental actions depending on the variation of the result from the target as on when on basis. Customer service is the backbone, is a backbone of every successful business. And that is what we should be focusing around it, because it is their customer satisfaction and loyalty which will mean repeat customer, repeat business, and bigger business. That is what is it. So, role of a customer service professional, first as a primary point of contact between you and the customers. Now, when I say you, you might be an individual considering it, but as a company, it is you. Or as a company representative, it is you. Whatever your actions are going to be reflect on the reputation of the company. So yes, it's the primary point of contact, serves as the primary point of contact between the company and its customers. Problem solving is resolving the issues that the customers are facing, resolving the complaints, resolving the inquiries promptly and effectively. Relationship building is building a strong relationship with the customers to enhance loyalty and retention. Product knowledge possesses an in-depth knowledge about the company's product or services. Absolutely pure, simple, straightforward knowledge about what has been done and how it has been done as far as the product or services are concerned, so that they can provide clear-cut information and assistance to the customer. So yes, primary point of contact, problem solving, relationship building, product knowledge, as the case might be. Then we have the responsibility of the customer service professional about communication. Communicate, be in touch with the customer, and with every possible channel that you can go around it. Think about a phone, mobile, email, chat, social media. Engage. Customer engagement is the key thing. Empathy, show empathy and understand towards the customer concerns and needs. Next is documentation. Accurately document all your interaction, accurately document all your transaction with the customer, because in future you might be requiring it. Continuous improvement is the only way of customer services can be improved upon it. And I'm talking about the customer service process, I'm talking about the procedures, I'm talking about the interaction between the company and the customer, as the case might be. Yes, we need to go for an improvement. KPIs for customer service professional, we will be talking about it. I'll give you the KPIs altogether, key performance indicator. One is CSAT. CSAT is nothing but customer satisfaction score. This is what we are talking about it. It is how many customers are happy with your services. Measures the satisfaction level of the customer after interacting with the customer services. Then is FCR rate, or the first contact resolution rate. The moment there's an inquiry, the moment there's a complaint, the moment there's a feedback, what is the first contact rate, FCR rate? Track the percentage of customer issues been resolved at the very first thing. ART, or the average response time, is monitor the average time taken to respond to the customer inquiries or complaints. Customer retention rate, measure the percentage of customer retained over a specific period of time. NPS is net promoter scores, assesses customers' likelihood to recommend the companies to other based on their service experiences as on when on basis. Assess the customer likelihood. Remember, that is what we are looking into it. Talking about the importance of KPIs. KPIs provides you an valuable insights absolutely into performance of the customer service professional as the person who is rendering the services on behalf of the company. They will help you identify areas for improvement, measures the effectiveness of the customer service initiative as on when on basis, monitors KPIs, enables the organizations to align with the customer services with the business objectives as we go around here. In short, customer service professionals play an important role in ensuring customer satisfaction, in ensuring a loyalty of the customer by understanding their roles, their responsibilities, and the KPIs. They can effectively contribute to the success of the organization. Continuous training, continuous feedback, and effortlessly supports are essential to empower customer service professionals to excel in their roles as the case might be. With these thoughts, I would love to wind up this video. Thank you for watching.